Mayor and State Senator Steve Bradford, along with KBLA's own Dominique DePrima, Areva Martin, Tavis Smiley, and many more. It all happens Saturday, June 10th, and you could be selected to attend this special invitation-only Juneteenth event, along with Dominique, Areva, and Tavis. All you have to do is go to the KBLA 1580 website, click on the Juneteenth State of the Freed icon on the homepage, and register to win entrance into this empowering affair. Or you can watch the live stream of this special Juneteenth event by going to www.empowermentcongress.org/Juneteenth. But head to the KBLA 1580 website right now for your chance to join us live on site Saturday, June 10th for the State of the Freed. This is a Juneteenth community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
I feel like freedom.
Body. Why did you play What's Behind Door Number One? Remember? No, this was better.
In the middle of the night when my body's fiending for you, baby. Gotta call you up and let you know it's what I'm feeling, baby.
911-0024. Baby, that's the best number they could come up with, by the way.
Gotta have some more. If I lay you down, yeah. To sex you down. I can't think about nothing else. Accentuates me with your love. It ain't no secret, girl. Your body fits me like a glove. My body all over your body. It's your body. Your body all over my body. Yours over my body. All over your body. It's your body, babe. It's yours over your body, babe. My body all over your body. It's your body. Your body all over my body. Your body, baby. All over your body. Baby, it's your body, baby. Oh, it's your body, baby.
That is LSG, My Body, Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. My sister used to get mad at me because I used to say, you know, of that super group, Gerald Levert is the weak link. And she goes, what? That side of my mother bleep, 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 bleep. Just saying. I've never been a fan, you know. I get a hard time now. They go, you don't like Gerald? I didn't say I didn't like Gerald Levert. I said I'm not a big fan. And of those three, I'm just saying the other two, to me, have stood the test of time much better and got bigger hits too. Am I crazy?
No, you're not.
That's true.
You're talking about their artistry.
I'm talking about critical success.
Okay.
Commercial success.
Okay, fair enough.
Right.
But vocal ability?
Oh, vocal? Oh, way better than Keith Sweat. He ain't touching that Johnny Gill.
So you got Johnny Gill 1.
Gerald is not touching Johnny Gill on the vocals.
I don't know.
What? You think Gerald is as good a singer as Johnny Gill? It's time for some random drug testing at KBLA.
I'm sorry, Danny Mo. I feel like we talked about this before when Robin was rocking with us.
Yeah.
You talked about a clip, Black Men's United, right?
Yeah. You will know.
So I saw that live.
His verse is crazy.
And I'm sorry, man. I felt Levert. Out of all the men that was on that stage, Levert killed that thing.
Trying to think of who else is in that song. R. Kelly in that song? R. Kelly can sing now.
Yeah, Stokely was there too.
Stokely was in there. Tevin Campbell's in there too.
Yeah, but was Keith Sweat or Johnny Gill there?
Well, Johnny Gill's not in the song. Keith Sweat ain't in the song either. Elder Barge? God, that's a strong lineup. I just thought about that.
Yeah, it was.
Wow, that Black Men United, God.
You ain't going to see that in 2023, I tell you that.
Is that the strongest musical lineup other than like We Are the World, you know, and you know, Self-Destruction? And I'm saying R&B. Is that it? It's got to be.
It's so crazy that you even brought up them other songs because I'm like, when was the last time you heard a song like that with like 7+ that's not a group?
Oh, it's more than 7.
Well, yeah, that's why I said 7+, you know? That's not a group.
Wow.
Where they came together to do a song.
And coming out the gates, and Tevin comes out the gates with, when I was a young boy. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That song, you got to play at the bottom of the hour. That right there, woo.
They not doing that in 2023.
And you know what, Andy? That's part of the problem, though. Because they always say the love is gone from the music, the love is gone from our media content, the love is gone. It's like, who's to blame for that? They go, well, we're not pushing that because people don't buy that anymore. I think if it's that good, they'll buy it.
I'm with you.
They'll watch it. There's no black rom-coms anymore. There's no slow jams anymore. There's nowhere young people can go and consume content that is for the heart instead of looking at their sexual needs, wants, and
love
needs.
doesn't exist anymore, Danny Morrison.
Come on, careful now. We'll do that show on Thursday. You keep saying that.
Love does not exist.
It's love. Some would say love is basically just a concept anyway. It's just not. It's not real.
I like that.
Like if you genuinely, really, really love someone, what does that mean? Are you just infatuated with them sexually? Is it a lust thing? What does love mean?
Speak on it.
My definition has always been: would you die for that person?
Unconditional. It is. You gonna risk your life?
Yeah, but
that's unconditional love, right there.
Only reason I push back on that is because if a man is putting hands on you, you can't say that he loves you. And some people mix that up like he loves me.
100%.
I can't. I'm not gonna call that love. So love's not supposed to hurt.
Okay.
Take pain out of it.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Okay, so for hypothetically, let's say you was dating a woman who just so happened to be a jailbird, right? It's rare.
I love the terminology, but
it's rare.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that you could still love her through the process.
There is no doubt.
Like Papoose did Remy Ma.
There's no doubt. Yeah. You're going to love them through whatever. Would you love them through illness?
That's what you're supposed to do.
Would you love them through illness that could severely impact your own health?
How is that possible?
Something sexually transmitted. Would you love them through that? Real talk. Could you fall in love with a woman and stay with a woman that is HIV positive?
Damn, Danny.
I'm asking. I'm real talk.
Golly.
We said unconditional. Would you unconditionally love a woman?
Ideally, yes. Ideally, yes.
I say that's what love is. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you've done. What song is there? There's a song for that. I don't care where you've been. I don't care what you've done. I don't care where you're going. I'm gonna love you through it.
Hey, that's a song right there.
But the problem, I think that is a song already. But the problem is, some of these cats, listen, don't tell some of these cats that, because they'll feel they can get away with murder. And the truth is, some cats do get away with murder, so to speak. And some of these women stay.
I don't know if us men, generally speaking, are capable of loving unconditionally.
Ooh.
For the women, generally speaking, I think it's a little bit more easier for them because it's in their nature to kind of, love and to nurture as opposed to us.
Ooh, that is so funny that you say that. I was sent a clip literally in the first hour tonight. Maybe we'll play it tomorrow. Inside or upon further review. The heading on the video says, woman says black men do not prefer other races. Black women force black men away with their attitude and reluctance to cook, work out, etc. I haven't heard the clip, but I'm going to listen to it tonight. Maybe we'll bring that to the show tomorrow. Inside. Now, it won't be the topic tomorrow.
Right.
But maybe I'll bring it inside. Unconditional. Is there such a thing, especially for black men, unconditional love? I might have to agree with you. I'm not sure.
Well, it is. Unconditional love does exist.
From black men to black women. Not black women to, I think, I know. I'm related to one very closely.
I was going to say our moms,
Yo, I got to watch what I say because she listening. She know what I'm talking about, though. But to stay with a man that has done nothing but hurt you for more than a decade, physically, mentally, emotionally, your kids can't stand him. He's been to jail a couple times, not providing for you in the household, not adding anything to your life, and will die for that cat tonight.
Wow.
I've never understood it, man. And people go, you don't understand? You don't understand? He does things for... And he cheating. He gotta be. And I've never understood it, man.
Does she love herself? Because that's the key, right? You got to love yourself before you could truly love the next man, the next woman.
Is it fair for both of us to say that it's impossible to be in a relationship like that and love yourself at the same time? It's impossible, right? If you love yourself, you would not put up with that.
Absolutely.
You can only tell them. You can only tell. There was one moment, I think I've told the story on the air before, when I was called to come down and regulate this cat because apparently there was some sort of fracas going on at the household. Don't make me call my big old buff brother down here. He'll come down there. It's like,
oh, you was ready to fight.
No, they were putting me out there like I would come and fight.
Oh, okay.
Don't make me get Danny down. Danny big. And I was like, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for two reasons. I got too much to lose, man. I'm not that cat. And number two, you're going to be right back with that cat when I get out. Soon as I get out of jail, you're going to be right back with that cat. He ain't never going to go to jail. Soon as I get out, you're going to be with him. Matter of fact, you'll probably defend him while I'm beating the hell out of this cat.
Wow.
Tell me that ain't true. I've seen it. I'm not going to be that dude. Now, if you come to me and you say, Danny, I got to get away from this dude. But I don't have the, financial wherewithal to make it happen. Can you help me secure? It's going to be tough because he ain't going to just let me leave, do you know some people? I got a whole bunch of resources back in my hometown that will help that person that I'm speaking of leave that relationship and find some security somewhere, some safety, the kids and her, maybe even get some financial resources to help her move on. It's there. It ain't easy, especially when you live in a smaller town like Bakersfield. It's only I think it's almost 400,000 now. There's only almost 400,000 people in Bakersfield, so being able to hide, I'm doing air quotes right now, hide from someone in an abusive relationship in a small town, it's kind of tough, but you may have to relocate. You may have to, do something drastic,
Change your numbers, change your socials, all that.
You may have to, but it is there if you truly want to do it. But a lot of women, and some men too, there's a lot of women that go, he ain't gonna let me leave. And
I never understood that concept.
Therein lies the conundrum. Let me get this straight. There's some foul fellas out there, some of these cats out here. They want to treat a woman like crap when they're with them, but don't want them to leave. Stay here so I can harm you. It makes no sense to me. You ain't going nowhere. Now sit here and take this abuse. It makes no sense to me. Them cats are cowards. Them cats need to be thrown under the jail, man.
It's all about power.
It's powerful. Putting your hands on a woman, that's power. Cats like that are usually the ones that won't fight a man.
Right.
Ain't no power associated with that, man.
Power over her and control.
Over a beautiful young lady that just wants to love you. And that's the funny part about the entire conversation. She wants to love you so much, man. Yeah. She wants to give her whole heart to you, and she will do. You ain't nothing but a piece of crap. You are garbage. Can't keep a job, has added nothing to her life, and she is still here unconditionally loving you. That's why they say, if that queen can love the bad man this way,
right,
how loving is she going to be?
To the good man.
To that good man that steps up.
You can't say not one negative thing.
Woo! She gonna be sprung on that cat. Like, this it.
Hey, man. Treat y'all, for those that are in heterosexual relationships, fellas, man, take care of your queen. I mean, you'll be quite surprised. The things that she would do, the things that she, I'm telling you. You wonder why such and such ain't doing this is because you probably treating her wrong. But I'm telling you, talk about submissive.
Yeah.
I know there's women out there that don't like that word, but I think there's women out there, once again, generally speaking, that will have no problem to submit if you just handle your business as a man and be faithful.
And you're so right. And there doesn't have to be an official proclamation of any sort. If you are just a man, she will naturally do it. Like, my man got me. You tripping? I told you the story before. I open up doors for young ladies. When we get in the car, open up the door, shut it for her, pull out chairs and stuff. Women just they can't believe it. They can't believe it. Like, what, you're opening my door for me? It's like, is that where we are?
Would you feel some kind of way if a woman stood there and actually waited for you? Let's say she got to the car first.
It's all good.
And she just waited for you to open the door.
I think that's how they should be treating us black men.
Oh, really?
Have that expectation of us. Make us. I always tell my family all the time, it's like, come on. By the way, Zell said, speak, Andy, by the way. I tell them all the time, like, if if these ladies, regardless of race, would just stop paying attention to these losers out here, these men that ain't living up to their end of the bargain, I think you would raise the bar on what the expectations are within our communities.
I see what you mean.
But if you're going to spend time with these cats that are, got 15 babies around, town with 10 different women that are cheating all the time, doped up all the time, don't want to keep no job, but you with him because he's good in bed, don't get mad when everybody trying to be that kid.
Here's the problem, though. and maybe this is, what it was when, I was younger. That type of stuff, that chivalry stuff as a youngster kind of gets clowned at.
It does.
You know what I mean? They once again, I always have to say that generally speaking, because I'm not talking about all women, but generally speaking, some women will look at that as something as weak.
The R&B cat is no longer cool. You got to be the hip hop cat. The R&B cat is seen as so. You're right. And young people, if a young 18, 19-year-old cat, neat cut, you know what I'm saying? He wears just regular clothes. His pants are actually pulled up. He dresses really nice, you know what I'm saying? No jewelry, no tats, just a real nice guy, real nice to every woman he meets. These young queens will be like, he corny. Remember Michael
Exactly.
B. Jordan? He corny. So how do we convince an entire population of black men that that's the way to go when they gonna find very little success in the dating pool?
So do I open a door? But then I'm gonna be corny, and that woman's not even gonna be interested in me.
I can only say it worked to my favor, being different. Now, of course, I grew up in an era where R&B was, being that cat. It was about that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All the ladies were singing that type of me. I want a man that treats me right, that. I ain't singing that no more.
They not.
So I don't know. I'm still going to keep trying with them. I'm going to keep trying with the kings. I'm telling you, through love, through chivalry, through understanding, through patience, through show your heart, man. I'm telling you, the right woman, you're more likely to land the right woman through that type of personality, persona, with patience and with kindness and with chivalry than you would come, trying to be hardcore all the time.
I think also, women also don't know how to treat a good man either, though.
Woo!
If they have a good situation, they're so used to the trauma that the trauma is what they expect, and the trauma is actually what they respect, too.
So they couldn't even identify what a good man is if he came up.
Danny Mo, you refer to a woman as a queen, and they got an issue with that.
There has been some pushback on that.
Yeah.
I ain't no queen. Wow.
I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
It is weird to push back on that. Why would you? You don't think you deserve to be called a queen? I don't know. 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. We'll read some comments. I got some great. Maybe that first one is a stop and go. That sucker's got some. It's kind of chunky. We may stop and go that thing. Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about. Stay there.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles.
From middays to nighttime.
Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
Meet Joe A,
Hi.
Joe B,
Hello.
and Joe C.
What's up?
3 everyday Joes perfecting their banking with Chase. Joe A is locking his lost debit card with the Chase mobile app. Joe B is cruising toward his new ride with AutoSave. And Joe C's Chase banker is helping him budget to go back to school. Tools that help protect, support for what's next. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase. Make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
I switched to Boost Mobile and got a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Want to know the best part?
It was free?
Nope.
The fact that it's on America's largest 5G networks?
Nope. It's the ding.
Oh yeah, love the ding.
Right? It's all about the ding. It's the dingarooski, the dingarone, the ring-a-ding-ding.
Unleash your power to save with Boost. Get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone when you switch. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power.
And the ding.
Limited time offer. New customers only. Available on select networks. 5G not available everywhere. One device per line. Tax excluded. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency on earth. And if you owe back taxes, the news isn't good. The IRS is raising the interest rate it charges on unpaid taxes, and further rate hikes are expected. Most people don't know it, but the IRS adds interest charges on your tax debt daily. So if you owe the IRS today, you will owe even more tomorrow. And it doesn't stop until you get right with the IRS. The good news is, getting right can start with one phone call to Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax relief firm. Optima's tax professionals specialize in the Fresh Start Initiative, a powerful IRS program that can save you thousands if you qualify. In fact, the experts at Optima Tax have resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 800-919-9077. 800-919-9077. 800-919-9077.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
Man, I tell you what, I am getting some notifications on what's happening. This is off topic here. I'm getting some notifications on what's happening with the Little Mermaid movie over in Asia. It's really crazy. It says box office, The Little Mermaid gets doused in China and South Korea after racist backlash. It's on HollywoodReporter.com right now. And it says, let me read a quick paragraph here. It says, The Little Mermaid is getting doused in select foreign markets amid a racist backlash over the casting of a black actress, Halle Bailey, in the role of Ariel. The movie has grossed a mere $3.6 million in its first 10 days of release in China, by far the worst showing among Disney's live-action adaptations. The movie is also struggling badly in South Korea, where it has earned $4.4 million through June 4th. And sources close to the movie, as well as box office analysts, say Disney knew Little Mermaid could face challenges, but is surprised by the extent of the backlash and its impact. I'm not surprised, but that's crazy. And then I saw actress Michelle Rodriguez. Did you see that clip? Actress Michelle Rodriguez was on TMZ over the weekend. And y'all know her from the Fast and Furious movies, right? She's done some other things as well. She says to the camera, she's leaving a club or something, getting in a car. She says, I don't know why black people are trying to steal the heroes of white people. Make your own. She says that right to the camera. And I'm like, you do know these are fictional characters, right?
You know what? I will say this, though.
Are you going to side with them?
I'm going to side with the latter part of her statement.
Right. Make your own?
Yes.
I agree.
Just with everything. Like, forget that. Like, you created that, you can have that. We're going to create our own.
Yeah, but what do you say to that segment of black people that say the reason those characters are white is because you wouldn't allow?
Why do we even want to touch it then? Leave it alone. Let them have it. Let's create our own. Bump that. That's why I was like, we over here upset about a Grammy Award. Bump the Grammy. I want a BET Award.
You'd rather have a BET Award than a Grammy Award?
Yes.
No, I don't think so. And the reason I say no is because, no, the Grammy Award nets you more money.
Oh, so we're talking about financials.
It does, okay. If you are the Grammy Award nominated or Grammy Award winning artist, and the people that win that record of the year and album of the year, their sales go up exponentially after winning that award. So you want that Grammy. It's mainly for that. Of course, there's prestige just goes along with it, but it nets the bag, man.
Well, my politics will be like, you know what? I'm going to boycott the Grammys, and I'm going to make having a BET Award just such a big deal.
Yeah.
To the point where grabbing a BET Award is just going to be, if not equal, better than getting a Grammy Award. That's just my perspective.
That'd be great. I would love to see it. I just don't see it's going to happen anytime soon because the Grammy has been deemed the official music award of the industry in the world, actually. So I think that's what people want.
I just think if black people, like, you know, the whole topic about black people moving to the South for, you know, political power or whatnot, I just think if a lot of the music artists who are black decided to say, I don't care for a Grammy, I don't know. I just think it would do something to the Grammy Awards, something.
Okay. Terry Tari said, Andy, you do a good job calming Danny down. Keep it up. Do I need to be calmed down on this? Oh, the topic of dating? Is that what we're talking about? Sometimes I definitely need to be calmed down on that one. But back to Little Mermaid, though. I don't know if you guys saw the clip over the weekend. You guys should Google it if you can. There's this young queen. She couldn't have been more than 7. And I think Halle Bailey is at Disney World. Have you seen that?
I think I've seen it.
This little 7-year-old girl, I'm guessing at her age.
Oh, yeah, she hugged her.
No, she didn't hug her. She grabbed her and wouldn't let go.
Yeah.
And I'm talking for 5 minutes, man. And Halle was just like, oh, my God.
Now, that's the impact that we would want to have.
Y'all can't tell me that representation doesn't matter when you see stuff like that. And that's why I push back on what you were saying. This is why you make a black Little Mermaid. This is why. Because my entire generation, and to be honest, your entire generation, we don't have those images. We don't have those characters. How many black, what we have? Blank Man and Meteor Man.
Oh, we got Blade.
Okay, Blade, but he's not necessarily a hero per se.
Right.
Give me a positive hero coming up that just happened to be black. There weren't many. There was one called Sun Man back in the day. I don't know if you know about that. It's probably before your time. He was strictly in the comics, though. And don't forget, Black Panther did exist. He just wasn't quite mainstream yet. But they've been trying their best, man. They made Green Lantern black for a while. They made Storm from X-Men black for a while. Matter of fact, Halle Berry played that role.
And nobody had any pushback with that, right?
Small role. She's not the lead character. They'll give us that all day long. He's like, y'all go ahead and take that. They toss us a bone every now and again just to kind of shut us up, It's like, we ain't going to give you no nominations for any of these Oscars, but you know what? Every now and again, we're going to give you Best Song to 3 6 Mafia. We're going to go on and throw that to you. Y'all can have that little thing, Best Song. We're going to give you that. We ain't going to give you no Best Actor or Best Actress or Best Film. Never. However, Best Song, all right, Hard Out Here for a Pimp, we're going to give you that.
So what are you saying about that? Are you saying it doesn't hold that much value?
Do you think it helped him at all? I don't know. Did it? I don't know.
Hustle and Flow is a legendary flick.
I'm saying the song. Did it help 3 6 Mafia at all? It's hard out here for a pimp.
They still utilize that song or some of the songs
they do.
At basketball games.
They do.
I mean, the Lakers, we handled it. We were singing that song to Memphis.
It's hard out here for a Laker fan right now, but different conversation. 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we'll get to them clips. And we'll do a stop and go on the first one. It's so juicy and very, very accurate. You will see what this queen has to say about dating, actually. Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about. Stay there.
Nighttime is the right time for Danny Morrison on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Julius White. Here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Community members in Memphis, Tennessee are expecting to gather downtown Monday night to commemorate what would have been Tyree Nichols' 30th birthday. The African-American Nichols died following a beating by police officers during a traffic stop earlier this year. 5 officers have been charged with murder. Detectives are investigating a deadly mass shooting in Chicago that injured 7 people and killed 25-year-old Terry A. Adams, a black woman. And New York City is working to install platform gates at 3 subway stations. The $100 million pilot project is catching New Yorkers' attention.
I think that's money well spent. Being more safe, why not?
Sure, if you can't get to the tracks, then you can't fall onto them.
I think we definitely need some infrastructure upgrades. Whether that should be at the top of the priority list right now, that's another question.
I'm Julius White on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
If you're a late-night snacker, listen up. Buffalo Wild Wings created a menu of late-night food and drinks starting at $4, 10 till close, full of tasty apps and ice-cold beer to wash it all down. Limited time at participating locations. Offers, days, and times may vary. Drink responsibly. Void or prohibited. Tax and fees extra.
KBLA KBLA Talk 1580 is pleased to partner with the Empowerment Congress, the Gathering Spot, the Institute for Nonviolence, and Days of Dialogue for a Juneteenth program called State of the Freed to educate fellow citizens about the significance of the holiday and efforts around reparations for descendants of slaves living in California. Program participants include California Reparations Task Force member Assemblyman Reginald Jones Sawyer and State Senator Steve Bradford, along with KBLA's own Dominic DePrima, Ariva Martin, Tavis Smiley, and many more. It all happens Saturday, June 10th, and you could be selected to attend this special invitation-only Juneteenth event along with Dominique, Ariva, and Tavis. All you have to do is go to the KBLA 1580 website, click on the Juneteenth State of the Freed icon on the homepage, and register to win entrance into this empowering affair. Or you can watch the live stream of this special Juneteenth event by going to www.empowermentcongress.org/Juneteenth. But head to the KBLA 1580 website right now for your chance to join us live on site Saturday, June 10th for the State of the Freed. This is a Juneteenth community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
I feel like freedom.
Did you know that all City of LA renters have rights? Check out these 3 facts. Residential tenants can't be evicted without reason or just cause. Eviction protection still exists for unpaid COVID-19 rental debt due before March 31st, 2023. And you have 5 days to respond to an eviction notice. 5 days. Many Angelinos may be at risk of losing their home, and that's why we want you to know your rights. Learn more at housing.lacity.org. Be informed, be protected, be at home.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
JP Morgan Chase is building on the investments in California and around the country to help close the racial wealth gap and build a more equitable future. As part of JP Morgan Chase commitment, they are taking action to help improve financial wealth and access to banking in the Black community, helping more people open low-cost checking and savings accounts, hosting community seminars with supporting Black-led institutions by building awareness about financial investments, hiring community managers, and opening community center branches like Crenshaw, Inglewood, in downtown LA. Visit today, jpmorganchase.com/racial equity. Again, jpmorganchase.com/racial equity. Get the tools to help reach your financial goals. Visit today, jpmorganchase.com/racial equity. Again, jpmorganchase.com/racial equity.
Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, can potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Hi, we're Tasha,
Kill, and Euro from KBLA's Lyric Lounge.
Check us out every Saturday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. and every Sunday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Tune in as we break down some of your favorite song lyrics from all genres of music.
From gospel to pop and hip-hop to rock and everything else in between, we cover it all.
So come hang out in the Lyric Lounge with Tasha,
Teal, and Euro every Saturday afternoon at 4 p.m. and every Sunday at 6 p.m.
Let the music play.
Unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black. This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio that's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
Come on in here. We in the house now for sure. Check this out now. Bad boy dance.
Come in. It's a new day. Sun don't shine forever. You know the rest. I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. Now I'm like Kane, Depp, and Rob, make sure it's broke. The most around, come through, toast your town. I'm the bad boy poster child. Now fool around, girl, do something with it. Now that's cool, girl, move something with it. Come on. In anything I talk, I live it. And everything's bought, not rented.
Yo, it's a bad boy mission and we got the goods here. Play them to the left cause my right's my good ear. Trying to reach levels of an ill subliminal. For the fact that I'm a criminal. The movie I'm facing, cutie look Asian one night. I bet you she be off the hook page. I'm so amazing. And she's been waiting.
And we gon' take the crown. And we killing them clubs, please believe. And we come on.
Rock LA, the new Yeezy.
And we can get fly and get free. And
we pull up on them big things. And we make they and hip swing.
And we blind them with that bling. And we
rock your body, rock your body.
That is a heater. Woo! Man, oh man. I miss hip hop so much, man. That right there, that's hip hop right there, boy. Man, oh man. Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. That is a heater. And by the way, Diddy didn't write that verse, by the way. No way he wrote that thing.
Are you familiar with the song?
I'm not.
It's off, it's either off of Barbershop or Barbershop 2 soundtrack.
Who was that on that second verse?
Hold on, let me Google that real quick. But that's P. Diddy and the Family.
Okay.
Actually, it was off of that album, the P. Diddy and the Family, The Saga Continues album,
which
had that doom, 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 doom. Let's Get It, 2001.
Zooms, make this money, take this money, ain't no way you can...
That was Black Rob.
Okay.
And that was the female that you heard, that was Foxy Brown.
Black Rob, man, he rest in peace, right?
Yep, rest in peace, Black Rob.
Wow. Man, he wasn't even 50.
I don't even know how old he was.
He wasn't 50, I don't think.
I know that's the number. That's the big number right there.
That's the big number. You know, it's so weird. Like when I was coming up, man, if you said you were 40, you'd be like, 40? Really? God dang, 40, you old.
Man, I'm over here looking at 40 around the corner. I'm just like, I don't feel like it at all.
I'm with you. I'm trying to get to 30. Shut your mouth.
And the crazy thing, though, Danny Moto, real talk, like, you know, if you was in the acting game,
yeah,
you could pass for like a 27-year-old athlete or whatnot.
I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
You could.
It's one thing I get from people in L.A. that don't know me from Adam because I'm from B-Town, obviously. And they always go like, you know, I thought you were like 32, 33.
I mean,
I go, really? I appreciate that. I'm gonna receive that.
For real, because when I saw that picture of your kids, I was like, hold on. Daddy Mo, I know you're not old enough to be my pops now.
I must have been like, 2 years old when I had my first son.
I see.
I was pretty early. I'm just saying, as
thirst trap Morrison strikes.
There wasn't just milk in that bottle is all I'm saying.
Oh, wow.
Hey. All right, let's get into some upon further reviews before we get up out of here. Because we'll get to the one about dating in a second. I want to play this first one first. It's the first featuring a queen giving some of the best advice I've ever heard a young person giving a young person. It went viral over the weekend with a woman pushing back on those that say working a 9 to 5 ain't a flex. Listen.
I literally just heard somebody say that working a 9 to 5 is not a flex. I need somebody to break this down and explain this to me because obviously I don't get it. How is having consistent income coming in not a flex? How is making an honest living not a flex? Like, it literally just don't make sense to me. Like, I really need somebody to make me understand that. Like, y'all make people feel bad for doing the right thing, which is why it's so many people out here doing the wrong thing. It's so many people that's lurking outside people's house, going in there, taking the stuff that they work hard for.
This kind of ties in what we were talking about when it comes to dating earlier. We were talking about how these young people, when they see cats that are romantic and all that, they see them as soft. It's the same thing when it comes to a cat. If you're 19 years old and you go, I got to go to work, and you put that uniform on to go work at Chick-fil-A, oh, you a punk. You a softie. And that's what these cats don't want to. That's why they said, I'm going to go out here. I'm gonna do a smash and grab. I'm gonna do what I got to do to get those shirts and those pants and that whip and that jewelry. I'm a floss for these ladies. They don't know where the money came from. They don't know where the merchandise came from. But that's the most important thing. Not me getting up every single day going to work a 9 to 5.
You kind of touched it. I was gonna go a little bit deeper, but I don't know if it's necessarily maybe the uniform work. Well, yeah, it is. It is.
Putting on a Chick-fil-A uniform at the age of 19, African American.
And it's only because of the pay. That's the only reason. Because if
yeah, but you're only 19 and you making $15 an hour, you winning.
No.
At 19, that's not winning.
I'm sorry, man. If you really trying to establish yourself,
yeah,
at 19,
you probably ain't trying to go find an apartment at that point. At 19,
yes, you are.
At 19 in LA, no, you ain't. You staying home.
You can't because you can't. But trust me, like when I graduated from college, I moved out of the house.
Me too. I was going pretty early.
So I'm just saying, at 19, you are trying to establish yourself. Yeah, you might have moved on campus.
Yeah.
But eventually, you want to get your own place. So at 19, I'd like to think so. Yes.
I think these cats are more concerned with the image rather than. Matter of fact, did you see that video of those 3 cats that went into Lululemon over the weekend?
I think so. Yeah.
Grabbing bags and everything. And matter of fact, one of the employees of that place, I don't know where it was, they lost their job because the staff member at Lululemon called the cops on those 3 cats that went in smashing, grabbing, or whatever. They dropped her and said, it's only merchandise. We don't want to call cops on people that come in here and take merchandise from us. They fired that woman for calling the cops on them cats for coming in and stealing. It was the most twisted thing. My point is, I think these guys go, I just got to look the part. I ain't even got to work for the part. As long as I got the merchandise, the jewelry, the whip, all this, the lady's going to be up on me regardless. I just got to look the part, and I'm winning. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I'm going to get that bag. I may have to put a gun in your face every now and again to get that bag. You think I'm tripping? I'm not saying all brothers. I'm saying there's a segment of the brothers out there that think that way.
But the money has to back up the image, though.
Okay.
So
you gotta have a grip in your pocket. In addition to the clothing, if you a good looking cat, no you don't. No you don't. If you a good looking cat dressed right and you got the nice whip, you good. And there's some women that will buy it for you. I'll pay for dinner. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah, you right.
You want a Big Mac and fry? I got you, baby. I'm just saying. Not that I've ever done that before. I go.
So many people out here busting people in their head, taking their stuff that they work hard for, because y'all making people feel like working a 9 to 5 or getting up and going to work every day ain't where it's at. And that's why so many people out here in the streets, because they feel like that's what they got to do to be cool. Let me tell you something. A 9 to 5 is way better than 10 to 12. Or sitting in front of the jury, or having your loved ones having you on a t-shirt and a balloon release for you because you out here, you know what I'm saying? It's not that serious. Don't let these people make you think that working a 9 to 5 is a bad thing. Get you a job so you can get some consistent money coming in and you can take care of your family. Even if you don't want to work, a job for long, that's fine. Get you a plan and do whatever your plan is. It takes money to make money, so you got to start somewhere. But for you to say that having a 9 to 5 ain't a flex, y'all done lost y'all mind.
That's the problem, Queen. They have lost their mind. One thing she didn't mention in that entire diatribe she just went on is it is very nice to just work a job, work a 9 to 5, get a healthy and legal paycheck, and not be looking over your shoulder every single day.
And I think that's what it is.
That's
right there.
it, man.
Because yeah, working 9 to 5, but is this 9 to 5 taking care of me?
Exactly.
That's the thing. I mean, if Target was over here like $30 an hour, come work, people would be running.
True.
You know what I'm saying? There was that time when, we were just coming back, everything was opening back up, and companies were desperate for workers and stuff like that. But you want me to hurry up and go rush to get paid $13 an hour? Like, come on now. So I can understand why some people will see that it's not a flex.
Yeah.
Because they only give you so much.
So unless you're getting paid a living wage, not just a wage, a living wage, it ain't worth it.
I'm not saying it's not worth it.
To a lot of bucks, I think they would say that. They would say, I can't pay rent, I can't pay my utilities, I can't pay my car note, I can't pay my insurance. I can't pay for gas. Can't pay for food. I can't.
And I got a manager yelling at me.
And I got a manager that's probably younger than me, yelling at me every day. I think you gotta swallow some of that pride sometime, though, man. No.
$13 an hour though.
Well, it's not 13 now. It's 15.
I understand, but I'm just saying, there was a time when it was 13.
Yeah, right around the pandemic starting to lift, it was 13.
So I'm just like, I want to work, but I also got my girl. I got a kid on the way. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, we've done
to
that.
Establish myself.
We're up against it here, but we've done it before. What is it? $15 an hour is $31.2, and that's gross.
That's nothing in California.
You know what I'm saying? That's gross. You know what? I'm going to take a percentage off of that.
Now, if you're living on Section 8, okay.
I think the average is 13% or whatever. Let's take $4,000 off of that. Okay, so we're talking about $27,000.
What's that?
That's
nothing.
$27,000. Let's divide that by 12. That's $2,250.
Come on now. I'm living with 3 roommates.
That's tough.
Sharing 1 bathroom.
That's tough.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, it's tough. If you want to move out and you're 19 years old, making $15 an hour, working 40. And by the way, are you working 40 hours a week?
And you are working 40 hours a week. I hate to even say this, but sometimes I just can't knock the perspective of somebody that wants to go in the corner and sell something. I'm not saying it's right, and I agree with her 100%. 9 to 5 is better than 10 to 12.
Yeah.
But desperate situations cause for desperate matters, man.
Zell's pushing back on you. She said, now I'm angry. It's okay to work a 9 to 5. It's okay. I'm tired of going into establishments and not seeing us. We better wake up. It's real talk. Latinos are like, I'll take that job. White people been saying that. And black, we're not to the point where we can start pushing jobs away. We're not there. Sorry. We're not.
Find you some work. I hear Zell, right?
Yeah.
I hear Zell 100%.
Yeah. Because Latinos are taking them. We good? We good? We're going to take that $15. Gone. We good with that?
I think they have more of a centered group thinking.
Of course they do.
So when we work, it's like, this money is not necessarily just for me. It's for the family.
Some say they're far more family-oriented than we are.
That's why that probably works for them more so than us.
So why aren't we more family-oriented? Are we going to go slavery? Are we going back and you going to do it again?
I mean,
we're going to go back there?
We've been broken for centuries, right?
Okay. 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we got our next clip. This is the one that I wanted you guys. Actually, no. That's the third clip, huh? We're going to jump to the third clip. Can we do that? We'll jump on the other side. Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about. Upon further review is in effect. Stay there.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles. From middays to nighttime. Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
The California versus Hate campaign launches at the state capitol. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News, brought to you by CaliforniaBlackMedia.org. California versus Hate. It's a new website and telephone hotline created to address the sharp rise in hate crimes and incidents occurring in California. It's a tool state residents can use to report crimes motivated by racial, ethnic, or other identity biases. According to an address by Lauren Pryor, president of the Black Youth Leadership Project, anti-Black or African-American-based events rose from 456 in 2020 to 513 in 2021. A 12.5% increase. Reports can be made online at cavshate.org or by calling 833-8-NO-HATE. Monday through Friday with staff trained in over 200 languages.
If your Medi-Cal is ending, Cover California is here to help. Cover California is a service from the state that helps you get affordable health insurance. In many cases, at no cost to you, just like with Medi-Cal. We have quality health plans, and we'll help you every step of the way to get the one that works for you and your family. So, if you're no longer eligible for Medi-Cal, check out Cover California. We'll keep you covered. Learn more at coveredca.com.
We've got a lot to talk about.
I'm Reverend Gerald, the life coach. Is someone you love struggling with addiction and mental illness? Is improving your family's health important? Want to leave a legacy that your family can grow? Are you ready to enhance your perception of life experiences? Then wake up weekends at 7 a.m. with Urban Family Focus and get the wisdom, opportunity, resources, and motivation to live your best life. Join the conversation on Urban Family Focus Saturday and Sunday at 7 a.m.
Unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black. Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
We're inside our upon further review clips of the night. You guys did a fantastic job sending me content over the last few days here. I said, man, those are some good ones. I'm going to move those to the front just like this one. Our next clip features a queen wondering out loud why the dating scene is more about entitlement and capturing the bag than love and commitment. And she blames women for it. Listen.
I wish women really understood nowadays how horrible we present ourselves on social media and publicly when it comes to conversations about money and men making money.
Listen!
It blows my mind. Whenever I come across a post on social media of a woman who announces her pregnancy and she's pregnant by like a rapper, like a pro athlete or something, and there are thousands of comments from women under that post saying, God, please, when is it going to be my turn? Lord, please send me my millionaire. There are whole pages on TikTok and Instagram dedicated to teaching women how to sniff out millionaires and how to sniff out men with money. I just want to know, how do we get to this place collectively as women? Not, Lord, please send me a man of values, a man of morals, a man of integrity, a man who will commit himself to me, a man who will love me, honor me, respect me, a man who will be a good example for my children, a man who will lead my family properly. No. Just send me a man who's a millionaire and I'm going to figure the rest out on the back end. Imagine being a good man. Imagine being one of the men that I just described. A man who wants to find a wife, a man who is all of those things. And you go on social media and you're scrolling through the comments and this is what you see. This is what you have to choose from. This is what you see the mindset of modern women as.
That's me, I'm not
and then one of the most ridiculous responses to this that I've seen whenever women are challenged on these things, the response is always, well, half of the men who are worrying about it, they're broke anyway. They won't have to worry about a woman trying to use them for their money because they don't have any.
That's me too.
That is not the point, sweetie. That's not the point. Your mentality as a woman, especially a woman who is considering having children or who has children, should not be financial status first, integrity, character second. It is so sad to me how the modern dating market and the overall tone of the modern dating market is that of entitlement and what's in it for.
I can't even add. I can't even add to that. To hear it broken down so well out of a woman's mouth, a black woman at that, is just beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Queen. And a lot of queens don't want to hear it. She broke it down perfectly. And if you don't want to, it's kind of what Iyanla Van Zant told Dr. Ebony. Oh, you wouldn't date a bus driver? Okay. So you don't want a man that'll treat you right. You don't want a man that, that is chivalrous. A man that'll be a good husband and a good father. Yo, cheering. You want a man that's already balling, huh? That's why you're still looking. I'm just saying. Andy, am I crazy? I'm just saying.
Not crazy.
I'm just saying, come on, lady. I'm not saying lower. I ain't going to lower my, Dr. Ebony shouldn't have to lower her standards for looking for a man that's got morals. That's lowering your standards. So the only men that she can date is in a certain tax bracket. Guess what? She's going to be single forever.
It's never love.
It's never love. If you're saying that is the number one criteria for me to be able to date and marry a man, he gotta be in my tax bracket, you already starting out on the wrong foot. You don't care whether or not he loves God. You don't care whether or not he could be paternal. He could be the leader of your family. You don't care about none of that. He gotta be in my tax bracket. Oh, good luck with that. I'm just
he gotta be the owner of the bus.
He gotta be owner of the bus. He can't just drive the bus. That's why she out here looking. Even though she only been looking for white men. We ain't gonna get into that. Don't get me started. Man, they been pulling up some old pics of her. She been with the White Cats for a minute.
She was swimming in the milk?
Yeah, a little bit backstroking. I'm just saying. Kwamel said, these women silence women who disagree with the pocket picking by calling them a pick-me. That's funny. Mimi said, hey, everyone, I missed the entire show. I've been sleeping. Replay for me. Good night, all. Back to sleep. Love it. Fahima said, at Danny Mo, I have learned from a class I teach on Black family. Women raised by their fathers had higher standards than those from even a two-parent house. Ooh. She's saying a woman raised by a single father had higher standards than even a Black woman that was raised in a two-parent household. It's pretty interesting. In other words, as long as the man is involved, she gonna win.
Yep. Like I told you before, like, you know, one of my uncles from way back.
Yeah.
Told me that if you're gonna date somebody, date a woman who had their father or some sort of male figure in their life, because naturally there's a reverence there, there's a respect there.
Yeah.
As opposed to a woman who grew up with no man in the house, with their single mom, and once again I'm generalizing, but grew up with their mom, and their mom probably had hella dudes in and out of the house, and what is she probably telling her daughter?
Yeah.
Don't take nothing from no man, and blah blah blah, whatever. And
all these men are dogs out here.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we got to be careful, because we can't, just because a man has a penis doesn't make him paternal. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's a bar. That's a bar. Just because there's a man in the house doesn't mean he's a good man. You know what I'm saying? What if he's a cheater? What if he's abusive? What if he's an alcoholic? What if he's a drug user? What if he is just an absentee father, even though he lives there? People always go, did you have a daddy at home? A little more to the equation than him just being there.
Okay, well, let's take into account the good father.
The good fathers,
yes.
I'm totally with you, because I tell my baby girl all the time, I want you to judge every man in your future by me. I want you to say, I want you to be like my father. And if I'm doing my job correctly, she can judge every man against me.
And your daughter is going to be great for that. She's going to have great discernment when it comes to men.
She better. Although they probably ain't going to be as sexy as me. What? Don't you leave me out here by myself. What? I'm just saying. What? I'm just saying it's a joke. It's a joke. Plus, she ain't going to be able to date ever. Y'all was watching this in closing, because we got to get out of here. In closing, there's this movie on Netflix called Missing. Have you seen it? Nia Long and her daughter, and Nia Long comes up missing, and, you know, international, you know, espionage, all kind of stuff, right? And Nia Long's daughter in the movie, I believe, is 18, right? So Nia Long leaves and goes wherever. I won't spoil the story because I want you guys to see the movie. I was shocked how good it actually was. And this young lady just puts on a party of a lifetime. You know, as soon as Nia Long leaves, she's home by herself. And Nia's thinking she's going to sit there and, you know, watch movies and, you know, pop popcorn and sit up in her pajamas with her friends and have a slumber party. As soon as Nia leaves, the drink, the partying, she gets drunk and throws up in the middle of the living room. And I'm thinking, oh, my God. My baby girl not ever. She better not ever. Now, my family would go, that's part of the growing up process, right? Don't you have to get drunk like as a teenager? And I go, no. Every teenager gets drunk. No. Want to know one who didn't? He's sitting right here. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying. Great show, y'all. Tomorrow, another great show. I won't spoil the topic. You got to be here for it. Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about. I will see y'all tomorrow. Good luck. God bless. Go.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
We welcome you on into a Monday, the 5th day of June. I'm Mike Moore. Now, here's the latest from the Black Information Network. The 2024 presidential race is taking shape for Republican candidates. Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley made her latest pitch during a CNN town hall.
Americans are tired. They want to see a government work for them again. They want to see results.
Haley was among Republican candidates campaigning in Iowa over the weekend. In Tennessee, dozens are expected to gather in downtown Memphis this evening to commemorate what would have been the 30th birthday of African-American Tyree Nichols, the man beaten to death by city police earlier this year. The event will get underway at 6 p.m. 5 former Memphis police officers have been charged with second-degree murder in his death. And that's the latest. I'm Mike Moore from your 24/7 news source.